What's up, guys? Wanted to shoot a quick video for you. I'm doing some catch up today and going through some signed paperwork, sending stuff off to attorneys. And a case just came in that's very, very interesting, and I want to share with you some of the details of this case, okay? So I'm going to flip my phone around and show you the unique aspects of this case and the systems and the things that you should do so that you can get more deals signed in your own overage business. Okay, so I want you to look at something. Okay, this is inside my computer. This is kind of a history of the paperwork that we sent to this client. Okay, so we sent paperwork on June 19th of this year. Okay, they ended up signing, I can't really see that, in November of this year. Okay, now, so that's the first thing that's interesting, right? And the first point that I want to make is your timeline is not your client's timeline. It can take a long time. Just because you contact someone in this business, they're probably not going to sign up immediately, okay? And so the takeaway there is it's very important to have some sort of system in place that allows you to follow up regularly with your clients. Now, when I say regularly, what do I mean? Minimum once a week, okay? So once you've made initial contact with someone, hopefully you have something in place, like a system or a software or some sort of automation where you're following up with that person at least once a week until they either tell you to buzz off, or they say, I went with someone else, or I'm doing it myself, or they sign your paperwork and they allow you to do their claim, okay? Now, when I first started doing this business, I would do that process manually, and it was extremely time consuming, okay? But now with technology, you don't have to manually follow up. Should you still manually follow up? Yes, I believe you should, but you should also have some automations in place so that you can free up your time and continue to find new people to offer your services to. Now, here's what's really interesting about this is this person at one point in time, so this is inside the system that I use. You can see over here, this is like all the different follow-ups that we sent, okay? So this one down here, this was on June 27th, okay? This voicemail, okay? Then we also sent a text the same day. And you can see here that we sent, this was about a week later, so we sent paperwork on June 19th, so about June 27th, a week later, we sent a voicemail, a text message. A couple days later, we sent a couple more. This is July 4th, sent a couple more, and sent about a total of 8 different follow-ups. Now, these are all automated, okay? So we didn't physically do these. We just, we have this set up in my system, and you can have the same automated system set up for yours, but something happened on July 11th where they actually unsubscribed. They're like, hey, quit texting me stuff, okay? Now, the other thing you can do is you can layer follow-up systems, okay? What I mean by that is you can have one system in place and a secondary system in place as kind of a backup. And that's kind of something we have over here where it's like, okay, we'll send out a reminder for them to sign the fee agreement every 7 days. So what's the takeaway here? From the time we sent paperwork to the time they actually signed was over 16 weeks. Okay, actually more than that. So July, August, September, October, November. So 5 months, so over 20 weeks actually. But every week they got some sort of reminder from us, okay? And it was all automated. And then for whatever reason, they said, hey, I'm going to sign this. I'm going to move forward. They decided that it was time. So the takeaway here is, number one, follow up with people regularly, minimum once a week, in my opinion. If you want to do more, great. If you want to do it every 2 weeks, cool. Just be consistent. Follow up. Number two, have automated follow-ups so that you don't manually have to do it, or you don't have to pay somebody to do it. Okay, if I was, let's say I had to pay somebody on a weekly basis to do follow-ups, right? Could be very costly. The systems that I used to follow up with this person automatically cost me less than $100 a month. Okay, so if you have $100 a month or $200 a month or whatever, a good use of your money for business would be to pay for automations. Okay, be a very good time saver, because now this deal is not a big deal. Okay, it's only 16,000. That's what's being held by the court. They signed at a 60-40 split. So what is that? What's 40% of 16,000? Let me pull up my calculator here. 16,000 times 40% is 6,400. Our attorney's probably going to take about 2,000 of that in legal fees. Okay, so we're going to net $4,400. Not a big deal, right? Not a home run deal, but $4,400, and it only cost me, say, $100 plus the initial contact, whatever that was for us. It was probably a letter in this instance. Okay, so my costs into this deal are sending letters and then following up with them, and that cost me about $100 a month in the systems that I use to do that. Okay, so I mean, this deal right here pays for my systems, it pays for my follow-up automation process, and I'm still going to net, a couple grand. If you would like me to show you and to give you the exact automations that I use in my business, type a 1 in a comment. Leave me a comment on this video and type a 1 down below. And if I get enough ones, if I get enough interest, I'll show you guys exactly how you can copy and paste all of my automations. You can use them for yourself in your own business to get more deals done. If you would be interested in that, just put a 1 on this video. But I hope that helps you guys as far as follow-ups. Hope you have a good takeaway. And we talked about, having follow-ups, what that does is helps shorten the process from when somebody says yes after you contact them. But also just keep in mind that it's not always going to be a quick process. Some people sign immediately. Some people sign in a couple weeks. Some people, like this person, take several months. But that's okay. And that is also how you win in this game, or in any business in general, is who is the most persistent? Who is the most consistent? A lot of people will call and then never follow up. And that is why a lot of people don't see success in overages or in business in general. Make sense? Hope that helps you guys.